For today's story, we are talking about Rittenhouse Rye and the company of Heaven Hill who makes it, but no longer wants your business. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you will enjoy this legal educational content, and today may be the day I earn a subscription. For today's story, we are covering the story of Rittenhouse Rye, a 100-year-old brand name made by Heaven Hill Distillery. And this was not named after Kyle Rittenhouse, of course. It was named after something else completely 100 years ago. But some people, including friend of the channel Nick Ricada, have been toasting and celebrating with Rittenhouse Rye. And the makers of Rittenhouse Rye, Heaven Hill, would like you to not use their product anymore. Okay, I mean, that's a bold strategy. A company does not want me to use their product. All right, let's read this article. The Heaven Hill Company condemns the use of Rittenhouse Rye to celebrate the Rittenhouse verdict. Heaven Hill Brands, the United States' largest independent, family-owned and operated producer of spirits, took to Twitter on Sunday to express disapproval of customers celebrating not guilty verdicts in the case of Kyle Rittenhouse. We have been disheartened to learn that some individuals and businesses have been using our Rittenhouse Straight Rye Whiskey brand to celebrate the Kyle Rittenhouse case verdict despite the profound loss of life from those events. There is no link between our Rittenhouse Rye brand, which started post-prohibition to commemorate Rittenhouse Square, and this case. It's our strongly held belief that in matters like this, where lives are lost and people are deeply affected, there is no cause for celebration, but instead deep reflection on how we can make the world a peaceful and respectful place for all. Okay, so this is a pretty stupid thing on a whole bunch of levels. The people that are toasting using your product are not toasting loss of life. We're not toasting violence. We're toasting someone who got the justice that they were due, and long overdue, because these charges should not have been brought. We are toasting the fact the judicial system worked. Despite media pressure, despite all the talking heads who tried to spin this case from day one and make it sound like something there isn't, we were seeing people on Twitter during the Rittenhouse trial who were saying, I'm just now learning for the first time that Kyle Rittenhouse's victims weren't black. So there's a lot of confusion out there about a lot of these facts, and remains still today. So I don't know why it's wrong to celebrate when someone is exonerated as they should have been. I don't know why it's wrong to celebrate when a person was able to use self-defense in a lawful way to protect their life at the expense of some fairly horrible people with some fairly horrible track records in history. But Rittenhouse Rye over here doesn't think it's appropriate to toast the fact that we have a constitution and we live under a system that has justice and due process and trial by jury. They apparently oppose those things. Indeed, a quick search result gives a number of tweets regarding celebrating the verdict with Rittenhouse Rye. Bartender, give me a Rittenhouse Rye on the rocks and make it a double. Justice has been served. Well, we're going to have to get our justice some other way. The replies to Heaven Hill's tweets were a mixed bag, with many users applauding the brand stance, another reason why I love Heaven Hill. But others arguing brands shouldn't take a stance on politics, and even a few tweeters even vowing to stop drinking Heaven's Hill. Buffalo Trace now has all my family business. How will they survive? Well, you know, I have no particular objection, I suppose, to a private company taking a private stance, but they don't want me to drink their products. So it's not so much that I would be vowing not to drink their products. They've asked me not to drink their products. The people who make the stuff have told me not to drink their product. They don't want to sell to me. If they don't want to sell to me, then that's okay. I mean, I don't want to, then I won't buy their product. And I hope that works out well for them, all things considered. I hope they get exactly the outcome they're wanting. So, you know, hope that works out for you. Most people who drink your products probably think the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict was rightly decided, but you know, you do you. Heaven Hill is the producer of many prominent spirit brands. So here's some things you're not supposed to drink anymore because the brand themselves don't want you to drink it. So Elijah Craig Bourbon, Evan Williams Bourbon, Larceny Bourbon, Pikesville Rye Whiskey, Deep Eddy Vodka. I have to stop drinking Deep Eddy now. That's disappointing. Admiral Nelson's Rum, Don Aperitif, and HPNO LGBTIQ. Is that a LGBTQIA thing, or I don't know. It's hypnotic, but I just wondered if it's an acronym because of some other reasons, but whatever. So yeah, no more Deep Eddy vodka for me. That is, they don't want me to drink their product, so I'll honor their wish. So that brings us to the end of the discussion of this article. Heaven Hill, who makes some fairly decent products, does not want us to use their products to cheer justice, does not want us to use their products to cheer the Constitution, does not want us to cheer the concept of not guilty until proven. They don't want us to cheer the concept of beyond a reasonable doubt. Don't want us to cheer the jury system. Don't want us to cheer due process. They want us not to cheer these things. And so I, for one, am happy to abide by the request. Heavens Hill will not be making a featured appearance in my cabinet for quite a long time. And that brings us to the end of discussion of this case. Thank you so much for being part of the Uncivil Law family. If you enjoyed this legal education content, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. We appreciate your continuing support. And until later, my friends, cheers and goodbye.